Welcome to Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif, back with another amazing episode. My next guest has worked with numerous artists in the game. I'm talking about guys like Smoke DZA, Dave East, Nimlo, Kendrick Lamar, Big Crit, Currency. He produced ASAP Rocky's big hit, the legendary Four Loco with the homie Smoke DZA. Brother has also worked with Naima Supreme. I mean, the list goes on. He's one of the most heralded producers in the game, has a very distinctive sound. And with all that said, it's an honor to introduce this brother to the BTG platform. I'm talking about the one, the only 183rd. Let's get it. Welcome to Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif. Today, I have another very special guest. I got my co-host, D. She rocking out with us tonight. But I'm going to have to give this brother a special introduction. This brother has worked with artists such as Dave East, Smoke DZA, Kendrick Lamar, Fendi P. I'm talking about the list goes on, man. Naima Supreme. I mean, this brother is a legend in his own time, and I'm talking about none other than the Bronx own, the one, the only 183rd. Man, what's going on, brother?
Thank you. I'm chilling. How y'all doing?
Hey, man, it's great to have you, man. It's great to have you. This is one of those interviews that, man, I would have never thought that, you know, like I would get this opportunity, man. If you would have asked me last year, how would I have been able to put this together, man? I would have never thought of, you know, because I've been a fan of your music for we talking 12 years, man, 12, 13 years, man. So
yeah, I've been doing it that long.
Yeah.
My
So
is Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, man. I had to go back. Like, I got hip to you. Matter of fact, I got hip to you. You know what I'm saying? Off the Rolling Stone project. That's what really got me hip.
That set it off, yeah.
Yeah, that set it off. And then I went ahead and did my due diligence and went back. And I'm like, man, this brother been doing this shit for a minute. So before we even get started, I love to ask I don't love to, but I like to ask my guests, you know, how have they been coping during this pandemic, man? I know this shit been real crazy. Artists been just finding different ways to just curious how artists just been finding different ways to maintain, you know, during this time.
Well, for me, it was bittersweet because I made the most money I ever made in the industry and was scared when the pandemic first hit. I was projected to make bread anyways because being with Cinematic, it was projects that they was going to pay me for regardless. But when it first hit, you know, studios shutting down. That's why I even actually built one in my house. And we all did one, but before, like, I didn't know what was going to happen with just society. So I was, you know, that's scary. And then, you know, a lot of people was getting knocked off, like dying from that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But then on the other half, when that shit started rolling, you wake up to an invoice, like, you know what I'm saying? And then another one, like 2 days, like 75, then like a month. $8,000, and then, you know, it's just piling. And then mind you, you're not moving, so you're not really spending money. So you know, now you got like 50, 60 grand.
No doubt.
In like 3 months, you like
that beats working at the post office any day. No, hey, shout out to my postal workers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my postal workers. I ain't trying to shit on it. Hey, we need y'all. I'm just saying, you know,
they was front line because I was ordering mad polo shit. I know that.
Yo, had the Amazon guy, man, coming to the crib, and the UPS guy was coming to the crib like every other day, man.
FedEx. Motherfuckers started selling packages because they got used to seeing the name. Because I was ordering.
Yeah. Don't sleep on eBay too, man. I done found some exclusive shit, man, on eBay. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put eBay.
I go there every now and then.
Yeah, I still fuck with rugby, man. And like some of the rugby shit.
I show you my closet. We'd be here for 5 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So rugby shit, like some of that rugby shit, like the shit that you and Smokey was rocking like 10, 15. You not gonna find that shit, man. You just don't see that shit, and it's gone. Once the thing about polo, rugby, you know what I'm saying? That 1992 shit. When that shit is gone, that's it.
Until it come back around, and it's always altered.
Yeah. Look a little bit.
I don't be caring when it's altered, because that's what's here now.
It's still fly as shit. I don't get the same here. I'm with you. So look, if we get to talk about this polo shit, we'll be here all night, man. So look, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning, man. Let's start with the name, man. 183rd. Where does that name come from?
That's where I'm from the west side, 183rd. I'm from where hip hop started, on the west side of the Bronx. So go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, because when I think of where hip hop started, I'm thinking, Sedgwick Avenue.
That's where I'm from. It's like 8 blocks. It's very small. It's like compared on the 80s.
Okay.
Third. So you got Jerome Avenue, Davidson, Grand, where I'm from. Okay. Aqueduct, University, Andrews, Lauren, Cedar, Sedgwick. That's a little bit of blocks right there.
Okay.
That's the west side. On the 80s. Now, when you go to the 70s and all that, like 170 something, I think it's a little more avenues because the avenues change, but it's very small. It's not like Soundview and all of them areas.
Right.
It's not like the South Bronx where KRS-One is from. It didn't start.
Right.
It started on the west side.
Because you're not that far from like the zoo. I mean, not the zoo, the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, no, that's High Bridge. That's where A Boogie and them from, which is the west side. But it's like southwest side. It's Sewell on the west side. But I'm from there. I'm from near Fordham Road.
Okay, now I know where that's at.
You know what I'm saying? Major Deegan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
So check it out. Like going back to the beginning, man. What was like, your introduction into hip hop, man? Because when I hear your music, man, I hear so many different styles, man. It's a very versatile sound that you have, man. So what was your introduction to hip hop?
Well, to be honest, not to sound cliche, I'm from the Bronx. Ain't no introduction. You born in it. Everywhere else took it from us. Like, no, for real. It's like how.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Bloods and Crips is from Cali. Y'all took it from there. Y'all took their culture. It's not even a New York City thing to really be honest. It was a Bronx thing only.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everywhere else took our shit and remixed it. It's just that you make money off it, so more excuses come with it. When it comes to giving respect back to it. You know what I'm saying? Because we show everybody how to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas gangbanging, it show you how to have pride and have heart. But in the media, you can't have somebody busting somebody's head open. But music is entertainment, so you're gonna take our culture and just take the music part of it, but not the whole thing. So really, I can't tell you that. I was born in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that, man. I've asked that question to so many artists, man. You were the first artist to give me that type of candid answer, man. Like I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it.
You're not really hip hop people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah. Hey,
I'm not saying it like that. Sorry, because I know you from. What I'm saying is, I come from. All right, let me give you an example. Can I give you an example?
It's all good.
Can I give you an example of what I'm saying? I don't mean no disrespect.
It's cool, brother. I'm listening. I'm all ears, brother.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Come on.
You see how they say they used to jam the parks, right?
Hold on. One second. When they think, if you can get in the middle of the camera a little bit.
You see how they say, hip hop was jamming the park and all that.
Got you.
Just till recently, we used to have a hip hop block party on the west side. Was every block in the summertime.
Right.
They do hip hop block party that we didn't even care about. We didn't know what it was, but that was the Cold Crush and all of them doing that shit back then. And it just got watered down because a lot of them dudes, piece of them, they smoke or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Nah, I got you.
As we started coming up, nobody cared about that. When you got niggas on TV, Mace and all that, nobody really knew how to appreciate that. It's like a lost art. So they just stopped doing them block parties.
Okay.
Cedar, Sedgwick, like I said, all them avenues going on. The whole west side did that for years.
Right.
So it's second nature to us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, that's an interesting answer though. It's hard for me to push back on that, despite even if however somebody want to take it, man. Like, bruh, I definitely understand where you're coming from, man. Like Bronx is different. Like even when I was in New York, man, I realized that Bronx stands out amongst the 5 boroughs, and nothing against Nothing against BK, Conan, because I was just in New York.
I love the whole city. Me myself.
And I love New York too. I love it to death. But something about the Bronx, man. I don't know what it is.
It's old New York. I'm in it, so it's old New York. So when people, we like siblings, we disrespect, we diss each other. Like, you from Bronx, you from home. But the thing is that another thing about the Bronx, that gentrification shit never can hit us.
Hey, I think that's the reason why I love it so much.
We don't have a downtown. Like our court system is smack in the hood. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
Like in the other boroughs, their court system is not in the hood. Ain't nothing going around there. Nobody. But in the Bronx, they don't have a downtown. They don't have a break. It's just all ghetto, the whole shit.
Okay. So look, let's talk about some of the like early producers, man. Because to those who may not know, man, you one of the illest producers in the game, in my opinion, man. So let's go back a little bit, man. What was some of your earliest influences as far as like producing?
The Hitmen. They hit anybody, or really more, or East Coast, because I'm just traditionally like.
Nah, that's cool. Hey, we was literally just talking about the
Trackmaster. I was just with D-Dot last week. Yeah. But even see, the thing about the Hitmen is like, it's generations of the Hitmen. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got the 90s, and you got the 2000s, and you got the 2010s Hitmen. It's different variations of them. And then you got what was like the Hitmen to me, the Trackmasters, Tone and Pope. Then you got Just Blazing them. Like, these people don't ever be talked about. Like, you know what I'm saying? That people say the same recycled people, but if you just listen to me, you can see that's what I like. That's what I like to emulate. Bank. Right. And stuff like that. Like, that's what I like. That's what I'm.
Shout out to Bank, man. V8. Yeah. People sleep on Poke and Tone, man. When I talk about producers, man, I hear a lot of people skim over the Trackmasters, man, and the Hitmen, even the Hitmen sometimes, and it just amazes me for people to consider themselves hip hop fans and they just skim over these guys.
They just say the same people over, and it's like being. But again, I clearly don't rub how. I don't know if you interviewed other producers from New York, but I don't give them vibes that they do. I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be fit in. I know my shit could go, so I don't care.
It's all good. Now look, so I got introduced to you through Smoke DZA off that Rolling Loud project, man. Now you produced Rolling Stone. The Rolling Stone project, man, which one of the illest album covers. I gotta mention that too. One of the illest album covers that I've ever seen, man. I love the album cover. But I remember you produced like 6 songs on that joint, man. So how many?
8.
Hey man, yo, you got a hell of a memory, bro.
I never smoked weed in my life.
Yo, you got a hell of a memory, man. I literally before as I'm taking my notes, I counted the songs, man.
I registered it in ASCAP, so I better know.
Gotta get that coin.
Yeah, no doubt. So look, I stand corrected, man. I'm too off, man. I think the version you talking about must be the deluxe version.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, I'm gonna give you that one. So, well, again, man, the brother Smoke DZA, man, one of my favorite artists, man. That's my introduction to you. You produced 8 tracks on that joint. So talk about your putting out that project, and talk about how did you end up meeting with Smoke DZA, man? How did y'all end up linking?
I knew him since 2001. 2001. I knew him since 2001. I met him and Johnny Shapes, and
this is what he was with, because he used to be with smoking papers, right?
Numbers. I met him. I knew Numbers originally, to be honest.
Okay.
And Numbers is from the Bronx.
Okay.
And back in the days, New York, I don't know if you know, but it was a big battle culture. That's what you did. That's what I'm saying. The hip hop culture was like that. Like, you just had to be nice and know how to put words together. It didn't matter if you had a nice look. It didn't matter if what type of sneakers or girl you was dating. It didn't matter about none of that shit. If you knew how to rap, it was a whole industry. It was an oil machine. Then they'll get you in there and teach you how to structure a song with that skill you got.
Okay.
Do a hook. You just keep swinging until you hit something. And it's not like that anymore. But what I'm saying is like, we met him like that, and you'll go to another borough. You know what I'm saying? I think your borough being nice and being notable. You go to another borough, you challenge him. So I think him and Smoke battled or whatever. And me just knowing Smoke for so long after that, when Numbers stopped rapping for whatever his reasons was, I already knew Smoke, so I remember him calling me like, yo, I'm going solo, and what you gonna do?
Right.
Like, you just can't be sitting around. I'm tired of shit. He's like a little, I won't say frustrated, but he was letting it be known he ready to grab that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, I'm making beats. If this nigga ain't gonna be rapping no more, I already chose up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be doing this shit. Mm-hmm. That's around the time I met Nipsey and all that shit.
Okay. So check it out, man. Like on that project, man. Like I said, you produced 8 joints on it, but to me, the standout cuts, man, is that ball game with Kendrick, and of course the legendary Full Loco with ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about those 2 songs, man, because around that time, these guys was coming into their own, and you got a chance to work with them early on. So what was that like, man, working with Kendrick and putting out that Full Loco, man, with ASAP Rocky?
With the Kendrick shit, I was already, Section 80 was already going crazy. So it was like, all right, I think I met this nigga one time at a show, and he wasn't even the headliner.
Right.
And, so it was like, all right, Kendrick, but once that Section 80 hit and he was doing all the videos and all that,
he was out of here.
He was already out of here, to be honest. He was a star already.
Yeah.
They're just waiting on the album. Now with Rocky, he was a bigger star at the moment.
That's a fact.
He just did Purple Swag.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, that's his first ever feature.
Yeah.
So when he did that, it was like doing a joint for, at the time, who they was considering the Jay-Z of the generation. Rocky was like everybody was.
Yeah, he had Goldie too. Wasn't Goldie out around that time too?
No, that's before that. Goldie's 12. He just had Purple Swag and got low on niggas.
Right.
He didn't even have pesos yet, really.
Yeah,
he had Purple Swag, and then it went straight to Four Loco. And if you remember, that's why it's purple.
Right. Yep. You're right.
That's a fact. Like, yo, go off that. From what I'm guessing. So that was different because Rocky first feature in the game was DZA and me. Outside of ASAP.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit is something I hold dearest, honestly, because it's like I didn't even understand the wave I caught. I didn't know how to capitalize. Like now I would know how to. Right. Like now I got records with Benny the Butcher and all that shit, and now I know how to capitalize it. But back then I didn't know.
Like shit was going by like so fast.
It was too fast, and nobody was telling me nothing.
Right.
You feel me? Like nobody was sitting there like, yo, you got I ain't had no manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm around mad dudes that signed the like, but they just going about things. The game wasn't about money back then. It was real corny. Like these niggas be birds. Like
nah, because I remember also around that time, like maybe a little bit after, you was working a lot with the guys from Jet Light, man, like Corner Boy P. You know what I'm saying? I know you produced a couple of projects with him as well. So
I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, you did like 2 or 3 joints with Fendi, man. When he was going by Corner Boy P. Now, was you and at that time, like I remember Jet Light put out like a Jet Light recording, kind of like a compilation project, and both Ball Game and Full was on it. So I was a little confused, man. I was like, "Is you a part of Jet Light?" Yeah, those 2 songs. Yeah, you might have to call your people.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what probably happened with that. If that happened, because at that time, Currency and DZA was fucking with a label called Hip Hop,
right?
And they probably just did that.
Yeah. Okay.
It probably wasn't Currency. It wasn't the artist or the independent labels like Jet Life or RFC. It probably they did a deal with him, and the way it was structured, he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to capitalize off this." I'm freestyling right now as I'm saying this, but for it to be like that, nah.
I'm just outside looking in. I had no idea. I'm just outside looking in. I remember those songs was on that. That's
when you doing business with motherfuckers that ain't like, you know. Right. That's just doing business. Let's just say it like that. I ain't gonna disrespect anybody.
I got you. So did you ever like, you know what I'm saying? Were you ever like, you know, like signed to Jet Life or every?
No. Like DZA was heavy affiliated with them.
And I used to think he was signed. I used to think he was with Jet Life as well.
Like no, he is. That's alumni forever. They brothers. You know what I'm saying? Currency and DZA is family.
Yeah.
So, and then extended family. I'm part of DZA crew. You know what I'm saying? So even Fiend, I worked with Fiend, TY, all of them. So basically, what I'm saying is like they both individually, RFC and Jet Life, both was doing business with hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And on some G shit, just keep giving a little game. Niggas be selling off they shit to get that bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of in this industry. So a nigga might sell off a catalog. Like, hey, I'm gonna do 2 projects. You wanna buy it for X amount of dollars? I'm gonna take care of everybody and I'm gonna keep this for myself. And you can have that. And then now when a label have that, they could, and this is me just freestyling though, they could put together whatever they want. It's not like it's not a major label. So they might say, let me take this record and put it here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like just like Once Again is on the State Property album.
Right.
And is on Beanie Siegel album.
Beanie Siegel.
The label own it. And I'm guessing that's like similar. They could just be like, yo, I'm gonna put this here, put this there.
Okay. Well, I'm glad for the clarification, man, because I always wanted to, like, I was always curious about that, man. Like, is he Jet Light? Like, is this official Jet Light project or whatever? Because I remember just seeing that shit. It was just kind of weird to me. But look,
I have no idea of that. I'm just explaining to you how this could go. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got it now. But look, I want to switch gears for a second. Like, you know, one of the things I love about you, man, is, you know, you stay active, man. You stay busy, you know. And I notice a lot of producers, man, nowadays, man, it seems like, you know, that's the move right now. So talk about that, man. You didn't produce multiple albums every year. Now, is there any artist that you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
To be honest, I worked with everybody except for J.
That's why I asked that.
But see, it's a difference between working with niggas and having a link with them and then having them respect. Those are 2 different things.
Okay.
You work with somebody, you get that out the air. They probably don't even know who you are.
Now explain that. 183rd.
Meaning, like, a nigga might email. Like, I might do a track for DZA and he get somebody on. I might do a track for Manolo Voros and he gets somebody on.
I got you.
He gets somebody notable. It's still in my achievements, like, yo, hey, but they ain't, you know, especially if the record ain't really go platinum or nothing,
right.
They ain't gonna reach back. Then there's a thing where you the album cut nigga, and a lot of producers be selling me so short. I'm not that nigga to be playing like that.
No
so
doubt.
A lot of producers, and they just okay with the yo, he followed me back and yo, he know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did something with him, and they'll act cute with up and coming artists or artists that's established but not established as the other one. So, but the main artists on a certain level don't respect them. They don't call them. They can't be around. Right. Then it's like the respected producer, like, hey, I want to do a project with you. Yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's no problem with none of the levels. You know what I'm saying? But it's just you got to want better for yourself. Like,
I agree. I'm gonna piggyback off that a little bit because when I think of what you're saying, man, you know, I think of, you know, you have producers and then you have beat makers.
Yeah.
Now, what would you consider yourself after saying all of that, what you just said?
Both, because I'll do a beat where it's just the loop. It's just, you know what I mean, just drums, and you could just cipher it and it sound hot, and it don't really change up much.
Right.
And then I'll do shit where I got layers in the beat.
Okay.
Supposed to call the motherfucker to play a string, tell the nigga to coach a motherfucker how to attack the song, give him how you say it, basically give him something to run with. Like, hey, we talking about cars on this one, or we talking about women on this one, or we talking about uplifting women. Hey, we talking about degrading women on this one. You know what I'm saying? Different type of avenues. That's producing. Hey, yo, say a voice like this. You don't hear the beat, ain't got a heavy snare. Like maybe something like that. That's yo, get this artist. You got a relationship with him, but hey, pay him. Even pay him if you want to do it, because this is going to get what we need to get done.
Nah, see, that's why I wanted to ask that question, because I love to hear producers like yourself explain that to a lot of these fans, man, because I feel like you have a lot of guys that's just coming up and they just make beats. But I don't consider, no offense, but I don't really consider a lot of these guys producers, because I don't feel like you can sit them in a room with an artist and do what you just said.
No, they can't. They type beat producers, meaning you ever look at YouTube and type beat? That means
I see that all the time.
They beat makers. They going off of what the industry standard at the time. They don't have their own feel. They just want to get on. And I'm not knocking them, because you gotta get fit in. But sometimes I hear beats, I'm like, yo, that shit sound exactly how such and such did it. And the nigga be like, yeah, but I don't want that. I rap like this. So that's why they always asked out. But if you don't have no access to nobody in the big world with internet and all that, what you gonna do?
Nah, I feel you. So talk about, with that being said, like, describe your sound. Like, how if you had to, describe your sound to somebody who's unfamiliar with your work, how would you describe it?
Traditional New York, East Coast. I don't really, I did trap beats before, but it's still with the soul and all that shit, like a sample, something like that. Right. But I want to bring back regional music. I think that's what's needed. When you globalize everything, that's why it's like it be so watered down, because right now it's very regional. You got the Midwest niggas, the Detroit niggas got a distinct sound, and I worked with a lot of them.
42 Doug, man, that's my guy right now.
I did Sada Baby, Oyster 5'9",
T Grizzly.
No, I never worked with T Grizzly. I'm talking about.
I'm just naming the guys that I like. But my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. Peasy. You know what I'm saying?
He's dope.
Like really, the least I worked with out of the region is Southern artists. I never really worked with Southern artists like that. Cali, Problem.
Well, Fendi.
Yeah, but them dudes is dudes who came from the ski beach thing. So that's kind of like New Yorkish. Because Currency is he rap over trap beats, but he rap over New York sounding beats a lot.
Right. Yeah.
He rap. He care about how he. Not saying Southerners don't, but I'm just saying
Like, I feel you.
They gonna rap like they shit is about swag music more. So you gotta. I'm gonna say this, and this might even ruffle feathers. Like,
nah, talking shit. It's all good.
Niggas, even Meek Mill. Because I look at when I say New York, I'm talking about even Philly, Jersey.
Nah, talking, but hey, this is what we here for, man. Talk that shit.
Even Baltimore, because you know Jay Grams.
Yeah.
I know you from DC, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Graham. He dope.
Where you from, DC?
I'm from DC. Yeah.
But like, Grams is representing y'all because he DMV. And my thing is this is like, again, because hip hop is us. We groomed to switch our flow and entertain. So if you look at just classic hip hop from back in the days to this day, they'll say I got something for the Southerners down there. So they'll rap over a trap beat.
Right.
Effortlessly. Jadakiss, anybody will rap from New York or the East Coast can rap over a South beat.
Yeah.
They never try to rap over a New York beat to please us. It's about entertaining.
Right.
They don't do that. They don't. And then, you got ignorant New Yorkers that just want to be part of whatever's going on. Be like, yo, it's about getting money done. No, it's about entertaining. It's really hip hop. Like, why we could go and cater to y'all, rap over French Montana, rap over trap beats, Rocky, all of them. Right. Everybody, Vado,
right.
Anybody, Jadakiss, everybody do it. But they won't come up here and get a.
I hate that. That's one of my gripes.
For me, they don't even push themselves.
I hate that.
Like Rick Ross do though.
Yeah.
Jeezy would, Currency would, Lil Wayne would, but it's very slim.
Right.
It's very slim. And that's why when I hear people complain about how harsh New Yorkers is, it's like, well, if we could do what y'all do and what we do and y'all can't do, technically that means we better. You know what I'm saying? No, and hip hop is a competitive thing. We don't mean it personally.
Right. That
we gotta fight and you gotta curse me out, I gotta curse you out. We like that with each other. They boo Cameron, so I don't want to hear no more about them booing Outkast back. That's a New Yorkers thing.
Right.
Once you fuck up, we booing you.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact, man. I when I think about what you're saying, man, you touching on a lot of shit that I noticed. Cats want to, they try to sweep under the rug, man, when we talk about the regional sound, man. So I'm glad you brought that up, brother.
Because Cali niggas even will rap over some New York beats. You know what I'm saying? The only niggas who don't do that, to be honest, is like down bottom. They don't do that for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like this.
Authentically New York. You have a very authentic New York sound. When you listen to it, you don't have to look up where is this guy from.
Facts. I do that on purpose.
It says I'm from New York.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a super proud New Yorker. I can't even stay in another state for more than 4 days without.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that though. Like I don't see nothing. Like why can't you? Why should anyone look down upon somebody that's like repping New York like that? Because I feel.
And in this business, in this industry, if you look at movies or wrestling or whatever, the New York is always staged as the evil villain. Like if you look at what's that movie with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino? Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate. Yeah.
He came from New York to a Southern boy who was pure.
Right.
That's in the industry. That's just how it is. It's like, it's a sin to be prideful from New York. Yeah. But I know people from North Carolina, family that come up there and they be like, yo, it's too much moving up here. I'm a Southern boy. Yeah. And I be respecting that. But if I'm like, yo, you can't walk to the corner store. They're like, you gotta expand your mind. For what? Like, I don't have to.
Right.
The same way I wouldn't disrespect you and say that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just life. When you the champions.
Yeah.
It's just like
no doubt. Gotta put some respect on it. So with that being said, man, who are you listening to now? And I know you mentioned, you talk about different regions, man, but there's a rebirth right now, and you've worked with some of these guys, man. But I feel like we are in a golden era of hip hop. So I want to know, who is 183rd listening to right now?
Outside of my camp?
Yes, sir. Outside of your camp.
Well, of course, you got Nem Low, Hard Body,
Big Horse.
Big Horse.
Big Horse.
But then you got Ransom out in Jersey. He going crazy.
Interview him. Super nice.
Because you never know in the future. You could actually end up in a competition. But I don't give a fuck. I stand on what I say. We owe Griselda something because they want cold turkey. Like, I'm sure I can imagine. I just can't imagine how many people say, "Yo, you ain't gonna put no music that people could dance to," and Westside trying to explain, like, "Yo, nah, I'm not doing none of that." And you got to give your hat off to Conway and Benny, and the niggas with them, surrounding areas, 38.
Yeah.
They all came together.
Yeah.
They documented. And I don't mind saying, I don't even know them niggas really personally like that. Like West, of course
you did on the ring sides. You did a bunch of
of course I chill with West when he come to New York City and all, like, and even Benny, but I don't know them personally. Like, I don't owe them, they don't owe me nothing. I'm not saying they did nothing for me. I'm gonna give them that prop. And they from Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they heard the whole, nigga, you ain't from New York, really, all that shit. And they still have the heart. You see, it's about bravery, just go through with something, and this gonna work. It's people from New York that's mad they carrying a traditional sound.
Damn, you think so?
I know so. I be on Twitter to where now they winning. Now it's like mad excuses. It's like everybody can't be on a have beat the have patterns and shit. Some niggas want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
you gotta have respect. Like you can't compare Future to Conway.
Right, exactly.
That's a bad comparison.
But that's the beauty of music, though, man. Let everybody has their own lane.
Yeah, that's the beauty of today's music. Now, in the 2000s, like 2010 to 2020 was the worst music ever. It was like everything had to sound the same.
The dark era. I call it the dark ages.
It is. Yeah. Whoever was popping in that era is like, you popped in the wrong era.
That's the dark ages.
Like, everything was about, make sure you sound the same. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The whole snap, that bullshit.
Yeah, so now you get, like, if you notice, like, you can have, like, to me, people pay favoritism. It's like, why you don't compare Young Thug and Future? Exactly. But no, they want them to be winners. They'll compare them to, I'm gonna compare them to West Side Gun. Well, of course, to a certain demographic.
Right.
A certain demographic, West Side is gonna be held up here.
Exactly.
They different. Compare niggas need to be compared to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's different genres. Like, to me, whoever be the smart one from the South and coin another genre of music and take it out of hip hop, they gonna be legendary. No disrespect to them brothers. I listen to them.
Right.
But I listen to them with a caution. Like, I can't listen to them as how I listen to Jadakiss. I listen to them like they do something else. And I know how to enjoy it. And they can make money. We don't have to be against each other. Yeah. So now all we can do is be collabs. But they definitely don't do hip hop.
They don't.
Like how, but they do come.
But I feel that you're entitled to say that, being that you from the birthplace of the Bronx. So who is somebody to tell you who's from the birthplace of the Bronx what hip hop is? You from where it started. So I feel that you one of the catalysts, man.
I'll give you a better example. Our shit is not based on violence. So let a blood from Cali say a nigga from the South ain't a real blood. They're not gonna challenge it because they gotta go to Cali, and that's gang shit. They're gonna have to fight them.
Right.
But they got their own sets I'm sure in Atlanta that didn't get sanctioned from Cali or anywhere else. Right. But with music, we can't be gatekeepers because it's monetary. It's not about violence. So it's gonna be like, no, you don't know what you're talking about, yo, whatever. It traveled, it evolved, but they won't do that to a California gang member. They'll go in and check in with a blood or a Crip from there. Still,
no doubt.
They don't got to check in here but the moral story, what I'm saying is, this shit is through our culture. Right. Just like gangbanging is their culture, but we're not gonna kill you over ours though.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, I got you. Do you feel like monetary? Do you feel like this generation as a whole, do you feel like they respect the culture as and the history of the culture?
The history, no, because even when you go to southern, like Atlanta, I don't see the young bloods getting pulled up on stages and shit like that. Who opened the door for them? I don't see really them talking about Lil Jon. They called Gucci Man to go, but it was niggas before Jermaine. I don't hear them never mention the Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they don't even really be respecting their own legends.
That's a fact.
So I don't get it. You know, they talked about Outkast. I don't see Big Boy on nothing. You'll see all the way down to Roy Flush on a pop in New York artist shit.
Exactly.
And not disrespect to Roy Flush. What I'm saying is you got Nas, but nigga reach and pull Roy Flush up. Nigga reach and pull Cormega up. Griselda fucking with Cormega and shit like that.
Shit, I remember 38 Special did a project with Cool G Rap, man.
Rap. None of these niggas have yet to do one with Big Boy, Big Gip, Dungeon Family. Them niggas get respected from us.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact, man.
I have a question on a same but different. So I see that you have some female MCs that you work with too. What do you think about the female MC game right now? Because it is
hating on each other. They too negative.
I agree.
They too negative. Like, you know, as soon as ones come out, they like the men don't be comparing them. It be the women doing that. Women be saying, because I've been around, they be saying, oh, she's corny. They quick to do that. I'm like, yo, like, see, if I'm in the studio with a cat and I'm like, yo, get such and such, the first thing he's more than likely gonna ask is, you know, if he don't know, that's the way he gonna ask. He's not gonna say no or he corny. The first thing he gonna say is, do you know? With women, they'll be like, oh, she popular, get her, because like, say like it's Nicki Minaj, it's like they settling. Right. Or if there's another hot chick and I'm like, yo, this chick, they're like, she corny, they shut it down automatically. Damn. And I'll be like, yo, how do y'all expect, like, come on. Right. Yeah. That's just such. Like, if you look at it, a lot of women don't, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, agreeing, like, that's going to keep them stagnant.
If you look at how they've collabed, they don't really even collab. They only collab super big artists or not at all.
And when they do collab the super big artists, it's rare. It's very rare.
But that's not no disrespect to you, but that's not men doing that. Because they try to blame men. It's like it's like you can't blame men for that because y'all got your own contract. Y'all got your own.
I know women. We can get real catty, and a lot of times, especially black women, always don't feel like it's enough space for another black woman.
Producers act like how female MCs are.
Are you serious?
Facts. I'm not just a producer. You can look on the back of DZA projects. I'm an A&R, so them beats come to me first.
Right.
So I could say, yo, this nigga from New York, I could cook you up something like that. Nah, I'm there being a fan of other niggas. That's cool. Like, but for the music, I'm like, yo, nah, this shit is hard. He might even say, yo, so make me some shit like that. So it could be cheaper on him. Because he like, yo, third man, I could just put that, yo, let me pay you 10 grand for 5 beats.
Wow.
And you only got 3 on here, so won't you put the other 2? Nah, because now I'm gonna have to pay for them. I'm still like, nah, this shit hard right here. Fuck with this. I ain't like that. Because one thing about producers, what we gotta understand is we all gonna catch our luck. We all gonna get our 15 minutes. No matter what you saying about me to somebody else, I don't like him, I don't like that, he wear fitted hats, whatever is your problem with me, it's not gonna stop me from getting a placement. We all gonna get placements. We're not even in the shit, you don't look at it like that. But you're not gonna stop me from getting anything. So even if you dislike me, so producers do that shit a lot. Like they try to make little clicks and Outkast a producer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about, like, in New York, only cats that's shaking it is Harry Fraud, Static Selector.
Yo, shout out to Harry Fraud. Shout out to Static.
Hip hop shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? See, it's so crazy. Like, I make sure I get like niggas know I get paid. Like, my chain is in the shop, but like, producers don't have jewelry. I live in my own crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get the big body Benz.
Yeah, I told you. Listen, I don't bring no bullshit on my platform, man. I don't have no black niggas. Talk your shit.
Producers be selling themselves short and they nerds. I'm a producer, but this is music, so I want to be appreciated for music. I don't give a fuck about a nigga being the street nigga. I'm gonna do good. But the thing is with these producers, like for instance, I'll sit in the studio. And it could be a nigga with the bag. A nigga, if he come with 3,500, I'm gonna play him the same shit that I will play Benny, that I'll play DZA. I've seen producers do sucker shit like this. Play a whole bunch of beats, don't know who a person is or gonna be.
Right.
Play beats for him, and he's like, y'all want that beat? Nah, I'm saving that shit for one day if I meet Rick Ross.
Yo, that's some weirdo shit right there. You gotta be kidding me.
Listen, I got my program behind me right now. Ain't no beat that I'm saving for a nigga unless he told me to save it for him. But if I don't have a super pulse on Benny, so ain't no beat saved for Benny right now.
Right.
Around him, I'm so nice, I'm prepared already. He's gonna take something regardless.
Exactly.
The same thing that a nigga up and coming gonna do, or a street nigga without no label, because I'm in this business to make money and legacy.
That's it.
But that's why a lot of dudes, you caught them when they was on the come up. Casanova, I did that originally.
Right.
When he quit on his come up, I could have said, no, I'm saving the beat for such and such. Manolo Rose, when he's
Manolo Rose, yep.
I was there. This is on his come up. Rocky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't sit there and say, even though For Loco ain't my song, and that's not my decision to make technically, but what I'm saying, when the beats is played, they played. I don't care about all that. I'm not about to sit here and be like, yo, I'm saving this for such. So that's some sucker shit. And I don't respect artists that fuck with niggas like that. It's over. If you come to me, if a nigga did that shit to you, because you gotta understand, niggas, these artists, they shit on producers and they get shitted on by producers. I don't ever shit on nobody.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know about the producers shitting on artists, man. I'm not like, this is new. This is new to me.
Because they nerds. So they don't know how they sitting there all day just liking that somebody else got notoriety. Like me, I want to work with the most notable artists. Don't get it twisted.
Of course.
But I love what I do. I do it because I get paid to do it.
Yeah, right.
It's my dream job. Like I don't multitask. I'm not into nothing. Yo, invest in stocks. Do this. Yo, get land. I feel like you're a failure if you can't make money in your industry. I make money in my industry. I got 2 cribs in the Bronx, 1 in Harlem, and I got endless polo. All that shit come from music. I don't need much to get inspired. I'll pick up and look at my closet and just get inspired because
there you go.
I bought all that off of music.
Right.
That's
what's up.
I'm not a photographer. I'm not none of that corny shit.
That's what I be trying to tell niggas. Like people will say, "Oh, so and so, but he don't have 100,000 followers in it." I be like, what difference does it make if this nigga is able to produce and able to sustain a lifestyle for him and his family? Yo, you winning. You would work with some of the greatest artists out here. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying my homies from jail, they get their packages from me. I'm not rich. I'm far from rich too. Let me not front like that. Like I live in apartments. I'm renting. I don't own my crib. But this is y'all seeing my come up because by the time we do this interview again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be maybe not even still owning a house. But I'm saying I probably cop something else luxurious.
Right.
I'm doing it. I'm getting paid.
But that's what it's about, though. You doing what
I'm working with the notable artists.
Exactly. You doing what you love to do, and you getting compensated well for that. So I don't understand for another nigga to how could you hate on that? How could you have anything? How could someone have anything negative to say just because? And you doing it without compromising yourself. Because what I've noticed, and I want to hear your take on this. What I've noticed in the rap game, you have a lot of producers, man, that's coming by, and all they doing is just mimicking what other producers are doing. So it's almost like, man, you are being a damn, you know what I'm saying, facsimile of somebody else. Now, what's your take on that?
Well, I don't ask kids. I always say that. I don't know if you follow me on social media.
Of course. I got you on Twitter.
I that phrase, make the placement so you don't have to beg for the placement. I created my own placement. That's why I started 2019. I was doing I wasn't the first to do artist and producer projects, but I was the first to do it at the rate I was doing it. I did it the whole 2019. Yeah. Out of 12 months, I did 7 projects produced by me.
Yeah.
So you check the sound exchange on that. You know what I'm saying? And it was the first one I kicked it off in 2019 January was Vado and DZA. You know what I'm saying? Uptown. You know what I mean?
Uptown was light. That shit was fire. Because I know half of it was instrumentals.
Instrumental. This is what I'm saying. We got the choice.
Come on, hey, let's make this clear. I know the catalog, brother.
Let's make this clear, right? You saying that again? Niggas be fans. Niggas ain't even pleasing their fans. Like my thing is this: how y'all put it's you and the rapper. How y'all put the instrumental there on it, or some of them? That you could flourish your creativity with your art. Yeah. And you being you talking about, I don't want to be on a label because I don't want to be boxed in, but then you moving like one. You know what I'm saying? You moving very political like one. Exactly. You don't have to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist because them niggas released Fetty.
With Fetty too, they did one half was the album, and the other half was they did that with Fetty.
Alfredo, you mean? Excuse me, Alfredo. I said Bandana. Alfredo.
Nah, but they did it with Alfredo, and they did it with Fetty too.
Oh, okay. I ain't
The Fetty project was Alchemist and a Spitter.
Right, because it's Alchemist. He like,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm about to turn this shit up. And probably that's Al. So how he probably ever worked it was like, look, I'm gonna take a little bit of bread, or I'm gonna take some bread off the up front. Because another big misconception is I'm fucking with the labels. That independent shit, niggas ain't responsible enough for that.
It's a lot of work, man, from what I hear.
And what does independent mean?
I mean, really, is anybody really independent though? Really?
What does it mean? I'm asking you.
I would think it would mean working by yourself.
Not
It means you pay. No, it means to come out your pocket.
Yeah.
That's all independence means.
Yeah.
That don't mean the price go down. Niggas be giving subsidies. Yo, hey man, I'm independent. Listen, man. Sony just gave me 15,000, nigga. You heard? You independent? So you gonna give me 15?
Exactly.
I'll take 10. You got that? No, I ain't got that. I got 45. Nah, then we ain't doing business, man.
Nah, I feel
It don't mean the price is cheap, but see, independence, they think independent mean just the artist, what the artist mean. You understand? Like, oh, well, I'm independent. I grossed at 80,000.
Right.
He took his girl out and bought himself a chain. He ain't paid the producer.
Yeah.
He ain't paid the engineer.
They don't talk about net.
They don't talk about the responsibility from the independence.
That what they call
You know
that.
I'm a producer, so I'm breaking actually a fourth wall.
Yeah.
Because I've been through it. That's what I'm saying. Where I seen niggas be like, I'm independent. We gonna do this shit and try to offer niggas merch. I wear polo, nigga. I'm not wearing that fucking whack ass shit.
Yo, we gotta talk about that for just 1 second. Yo, 80% of that merch is trash, yo. I'm sorry. A lot of these niggas merch is garbage, yo. Shout out to Jet Light.
Who merch popper was Jet Light, Taylor Queen.
There you go. Yo, the rest of them niggas merch is trash.
If I'm missing anybody, pardon me. But that's the only motherfuckers I see.
No doubt. Nah, I'm with you.
And sell it, and actually sell it.
Yeah.
That's the only niggas I have.
Griselda is nasty with it right now.
Wiz Khalifa bag was this. I think he probably was the all-time seller.
You think so?
Taylor Gang when that's the teacher.
I know you was associated with that movement, man, but I don't know, man. I don't know Griselda, man. That's a tough one.
I'm saying from seeing it in the height of the merch. Because see, what I'm saying is also Wiz had to beat out when it was trendy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about Wiz was doing tours, stadium tours. So you just calculate that merch.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they touched. Again, I'm not sure.
Now I think about it, you got a point, bro. Because as much as I love Griselda, they not as big as Wiz was at his height.
At that time.
And it's no disrespect to Griselda, but Wiz, love him or hate him, he's a pop star.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a pop, like his popular, and there's no slight on him. It is what it is.
Griselda restored the feeling of non-politics. Let me break down the music chain. Before Griselda, Freddie Gibbs, DZA, Currency, this is how the industry would go. It was underground. They don't really make bread. Then you had, it's very top heavy, pause. Like Drake in them, a nigga who got a hit record, that's not Drake in them, and that's the only one who making money.
Right.
What especially Westside, because he showed the game to y'all. What they created is you got Drake in them, a nigga who got a hit record / buzz, then us. So, and if you break down the brackets, it's like, I don't know these niggas' pockets, but I'm just saying an example. Like Freddie Gibbs and them is making 7 figures to high 6 figures a year.
All right, yeah. Spitter.
And they don't have to go through the whole rollouts like Kanye and Drake. And them. Really be like, I'm about to drop. Anybody, I'd rather live like that.
Don't need no radio records.
No radio records. You don't have to worry about a hit record. All you gotta worry about is bangers and skill.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Anybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's a very slim few. So you got like Griselda, Benny, Westside and Conway. You got DZA, you got Currency. You got Freddie Gibbs, and now it's birthing more niggas. Like
I think I'm gonna throw Rock Marcy in that too.
Rock Marcy, excuse me, and whoever I'm missing out.
We can't name. We be here all night naming, but I gotta throw him in there.
Went from being a major to going into that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's so much. It's like $27 trillion a year in music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me at least 6 figures out this shit or close to it.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Come on.
Yeah. So look. Let's. I wanna talk about, like, you know, what's some of the rappers, man, that you've worked with that blew up. Pause. that you never thought would be as big as they are? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like
Griselda.
Griselda.
And it wasn't skill, it's because people are dumb. And then they started smarting people up again. You gotta get them niggas that you gotta clap.
Yeah.
Them niggas rap to traditional beats and make 7 figures. They are better than niggas who make more money, who's perceived as making more money than them, but gotta compromise. They gotta sing on one track, they gotta be melodic on here, they gotta have mad explanation with their music. But
I want to ask you this question, because I really feel like when I hear people talk about Griselda, I rarely hear people talk about Derringer. So what's your take on what how instrumental Derringer is to the Griselda?
Let me tell you something about Derringer. I meant to put him in there when I said status selector Harry Fraud. I ain't finished. Everybody doing beats like him. If you notice now.
I'm here.
But shout out not just Derringer, Camouflage Monk, and these niggas I don't even know them. So I'm a producer, but again, I'm not a jealous producer. I'm lit. I'm lit. I don't need to be acting like I'm not aware of them. None of that. I'm aware of them. They are Swift. That's my dude.
Oh, super nice.
So what I'm saying is Conductor. I got
Conductor Williams.
Conductor going hard. Let me give niggas they flowers.
Out of Kansas City.
For the women. Let me just give niggas they props.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, when it comes to Derringer, what I really love is how Conway, Westside, and Benny protect him. You could be like, yo, such and such need to do a project, and it need to be about. I think I seen Elliot Wilson say Jim Jones and Conway need to do a project.
Oh God.
And he said,
I don't know about that.
And he said, like, yo, yeah, I hit up what's my dude name from Canada? I be working with Drake, Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
And the nigga Conway respond like, yeah, that's cool. I rapped over Boy Wonder shit. We gonna do Derringer, nigga. It's his time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now that's not what Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
But it's like, why y'all always doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why y'all always doing that? Why y'all always being super? But then to Elliot Wilson benefit is like, well, Boy Wonder do music how y'all like it too. So I'm just saying Boy Wonder.
Not quite.
I mean, working with Drake, you gonna get pushed out your box. But that nigga Boy Wonder is hard body.
He is. I'm not saying that. Boy Wonder is dumb nice with it. But I don't know if he can do what Derringer does though, man. I haven't heard that. I'm just be honest, and I'm a diehard Boy Wonder. Like that minimalistic, you know, with not really heavy on the drums. I don't know if Boy Wonder can pull that off the way that Derringer does it.
The loops, the grimy loops.
The grime, exactly.
Derringer make me be on my shit to make sure nobody say, oh, who is this? Is this Derringer to my shit? See, a lot of niggas is trying to sound like him because they trying to make Griselda type beats.
Yeah.
But then why would I go get a nigga outside? And that's why I like Griselda, because they don't even let niggas do Derringer type styles outside.
Yeah, I don't see Derringer work with a lot of artists outside of Griselda as well.
Because you got to pay him. He like, look, this is what I'm saying. If you're not going to pay him, there's no reason to work with him when he getting paid and getting a big look from the hottest niggas in the game.
Yeah.
Because he worked with Action Bronson hard.
Yeah.
He worked with other people.
Oh no, I mean he has. I'm just saying he's not all over the place. Let's put it like that.
But I think it's like because he got respect for himself. He not like when I be seeing producers, they be like, tell such and such, if y'all know him, I need y'all to start a thread on Twitter saying he needs to do a project with me. Like, I'm not begging no nigga. That's why a lot of shit be coming in.
What they call that, horn yourself out.
Yeah, begging. Like, you really being like, you know, we call that in New York sucking dick. Being a dick sucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll never go into no nigga post and mind you, I got shit coming with AVs. I don't even want to say what I got shit coming.
Bro, your catalog speak for us, and we about to hold up. We about to get into some of this shit. Let's get into your shit, man. Let's switch gears for a second, man. Cause this past year, you done dropped like 3 projects just off the top of my head that I know of, man. I'm probably missing some, but I know you did the RFC joint. You did the Big Horse Part 2. You did 2. You did. You know what I'm saying? You got the you did the would you consider that the RFC? Because it's got you, it got you. It got DZA, and it got my man, what's his name, the white boy who nice as hell.
Peter Will?
Oh man, he's super nice, man.
Yeah, that was all of us on that joint. But I did Jay Grams in January.
Okay.
That whole joint. I did the RFC one that you just talking about in January 2.
But you did like 2 RFC joints though.
Then I did High Horse.
The High Horse part 2.
Then I did 100 Royce.
Okay.
Then I did that's what I'm saying. I work. My thing is this: I know I don't get the respect I'm gonna get yet, so I'm on that road to it. So I got to outwork. So while a producer might get 2 notable artists, but he only did all together 14 beats for the year.
Right.
I did the same quality better.
Yeah.
I got 90 beats for the year on file. So I don't want niggas' names in front of me.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like that's what I do it for. It's a competition. I'm smoking niggas. And
that's a fact.
And I'm working with niggas that don't have a name. They gain the name. And then I'm working with established artists. I'm balancing it out. And I'm happy. This is the most fun I ever had. I'm happy I found my core. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you, man. Is it, you know, when I think of like what you have accomplished, man, these past 10 years, man, what would you say is like some of your top highlights, man, of the past, 10 years since you've been in the game?
High Horse 2.
Ooh, the EP, that thing, man. Hey,
pride and joy.
Let's just get right to it. Let's get right to it. Talk about the brother Nimlo, man. Like I swear, I feel like this brother's one of the most underrated guys in the game, man. You guys, everybody know you because of your association with DZA. But talk about Nimlo, man. Talk about him a little.
Nim is we got it's to the point we don't argue no more. We push each other. I might say, yo, we need to be in the studio 3 times a week. And to see him turn his shit around, because Nim just get money all day.
Right.
And to see him turn his shit around and say, you know what? I'm getting money and I spend money on this and this. I could spend money on looking like more like a rapper. I could spend money on let's book up studio for a month. I don't give a fuck how much that costs. You know what I'm saying? We got billboards in New York City. We had billboards, real ones, not them digital bullshits. Like a real billboard, you can throw something at it, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
them shits that be in downtown square.
Them $300 shits, no, we ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? We got a $10,000 joint.
Okay.
9,500. You know what I'm saying? With some class, you know what I'm saying? So, with them, like you said, I work with DZA so much. But him working with, just being honest, him working with so many other producers kind of overshadowed that I'm the producer that is the producer that.
You think so? I don't know. You think so? Because when I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna tell you how. If you interview him, you gonna talk about Harry Fraud or you gonna talk about Pete Rock. You're gonna mention me, but you
right? No, because I'm gonna be honest. The first project that I hear what you're saying, but the first project that I heard DZA working with one producer was the EP that y'all put out.
Yeah, and the ringside, we did 8 ringside.
Yeah, y'all did like 8 ringside. So it's like, how could I put Pete Rock, as great as Pete Rock is and Harry Fraud? I think of 183rd.
But I'm gonna tell you, that's rightfully people do that because they are more notable than me. I'm not delusional. You know what I'm saying?
But you put out way more music. I mean, I try to listen. I don't really have
because they pop too. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, rappers. Yeah. I just that. You got to get them niggas they props too. So what I'm saying is like Harry Fraud to do a whole project with Action Bronson, Currency, and DZA, and French Montana. You feel me? So that's the politicalness of that. And on top of that, he's talented too. You understand? It's not like
you got like 10 projects though. You got like 10 projects with DZA.
Now look, wait. And then with Pete Rock, him doing a whole project with Benny and DZA before Benny became the Benny we all know. You just gonna want to talk about those two, even if you mention me. But what I'm saying with Nimlo, that's strictly me. Now it's documented because now I'm more vocal. That's me.
Yeah, that first High Horse was ridiculous, man. I had no idea y'all was gonna do a part 2.
Oh, we got part 2.
I was hoping that y'all was gonna do that part 2. I was listening. I was just, as I was getting ready for this interview, I was listening to part 2. I was like, damn, bro, y'all got in y'all bag, man. Like, man, I'm
niggas ain't fucking with that.
That shit is crazy. And I feel like Nimlo right now, man, he is on a tear right now.
Him and Static Selector, I don't know whenever he announced the date, but he already said it's coming out. So I can say this. Him and Status Selector and the features and all that.
Yeah.
And he announced that shit gonna shake everything up. Like look, it's High Horse 2 elevated from High Horse 1, and it's elevating from High Horse 2. And then we working on High Horse 3 right now. And this shit, Status Selector, this is me being close to Status Selector and looking. Status Selector is really that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Selector, it's a reason why he put out these compilations like every other year. That's just, in my opinion, man, some of the best producer compilation albums.
None. Like, you know what I'm
Second to
saying?
none. That's a fact.
He'll make 4 or 5 beats in a day. You know what I'm saying? In front of me, he making 4 or 5 beats, and he's not a bitch ass nigga. He's more like, yo, you want these drums? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, you want these drums? Yo, what you got? You know what I'm saying? It ain't no making me feel awkward like, oh, people gonna start liking his shit. And he's sure that people gonna like his shit. So he don't mind somebody liking somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? So take yourself
out of this one right here. If you can, name like the top 3 producers, man, in the game, man. Take this and remove yourself out the game. Who would you have?
I'll go Static, because I seen it. I'll go Static. I'll go I like JL Swift a lot.
Yeah, that project he did with Elzai was stupid.
Cinematic. I'll go Trigger. Yeah. Cinematic. He had Cinematic. He did a lot of shit with a lot of motherfuckers too. You should interview him too. And he got some shit in the tub. I'll go Trigger from Cinematic. And let me add some more people. Levy, Sonar. You know what I'm saying? Those are my dudes from the Cinematic Records alumni. Like super duper talented. That put in work. It's not just my opinion. Like they got track. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I love what you guys doing right now, man. If I could, we about to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. But I would love to ask you, man, like, now that hip hop is like pretty much global, man. You know what I'm saying? What is some of the things in the industry, man, that you see that you would like to see change? You know what I'm saying? Some things that you could do without.
More responsibility as far as being aware. You know what I'm saying? Just like, like me, I'm gonna get that for the producers and cameramen too. It's money for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like to see a lot of dudes that ain't responsible go get record deals and stuff like that, because I feel they not responsible like that, and it's about making the world turn, the dollars circulating, and everybody's not fit. Independence right now, nobody's fit for that.
You don't think so?
No, I know.
I had to ask. I gotta ask twice, man.
You mention money to these independent niggas, they be like, oh, but it's a look for you. Like they trying to figure out ways not to pay you. They want to get paid at the same time.
Yeah, man.
It's very ignorant. They like, you know what I'm saying? They just is, and it's money. It's money. I've seen it. I've been at a label. I see it's bread in this game.
Right.
And I see, but my thumbs don't want to. And I can imagine the money that a Metro Boomin or Mustard is running through. I can't imagine that shit.
But that's the thing, man. I one of the things I noticed, man, like guys like yourself, man, in my opinion, it just seemed like you guys, you may not be at the top, but you have the consistency that a lot of these other guys just don't have. A lot of these, like the big name guys, like it seemed like they have a run. They have a short run, and then you don't hear of them no more. Now, do you think that's by design, or is that just the way the music, the culture of hip hop is? Because it seemed like you got one guy, man, he's at the top for maybe 1 or 2 years, and then that's it.
I'll tell you why that happened. That explains why Alchemist is still relevant. Alchemist never been a hit.
That's what I'm talking about. And I put you in that same category.
Alchemist never been a hit producer. See, hits is corny, to be honest. Everybody want one, and it's good.
Talk about it.
If you talk in the studio like, oh, I'm making a hit, I want to work with this one because he's going to chart and all that. Now you shitting on people who are about to be the next ones to go. Right. But when you just in the studio, like, I just want to banger and make money and make a difference. And now it's like, that's like Jadakiss. You see how that went? You went and put him up there with artists that had sold 10 million.
Right.
But now he'll burn them out.
Smoke.
See what I'm saying?
Smoke them.
He'll smoke them. But why? Because consistency, and you gotta love what you do. It really boils back to the simpleness. So it's like with them producers that you're talking about, they get so fucked up in the mind. They like, oh, this is a hit. I'm only want to work with, like, for instance, they work with Drake and Britney Spears. They only want to work with them level artists. Instead of working with, he got a record deal. I'm just going to work with somebody who got a record deal, maybe elevate him.
Right.
They can make way more money doing that, but they don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I respect Hit Boy, man, because I remember guys like Lex Luger. That was around that time, but it's like I don't hear Lex Luger and some other guys. I don't want to say their names, man, but I had Lex Luger was the first guy that came out the top of my head. But one thing, Hit Boy was out around the same time, but he doesn't. It seemed like he doesn't.
Chasing Cash. Hold up, shout out Chasing Cash.
Of course, Chasing Cash is nice as hell too.
Chasing Cash and Hit Boy started the producer Drum Kids.
Okay.
Let's be clear on that. And that's a big thing in the producer.
Well, Hit Boy doesn't have that mentality like these other guys. Like, that's one of the things I'm one of the reasons why I mention him, because he doesn't have that mentality of the guys that you said who think like that.
The Hit Boy will work with Nipsey like as if Nipsey is the biggest artist. And then Nipsey become the biggest artist. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Hit Boy would be working with Big Sean, working with Kanye, working with Drake, and then go and do a project with Benny. So Hit Boy's here to stay. Whereas niggas will work with Drake and they only want to work with Kendrick. And they only want to work, and that's not even going to happen, but they'll only want to work with them. And mind you, they paid, but my thing is like me, if I work with Drake, I know, okay, I'm about to get a floodgate of motherfuckers who want to give me a bag, and I'm about to take that shit.
Hell yeah.
Because the average producer or artist is so stupid, they be like, I want to work with Drake, and then they go straight into a pop/R&B lane and they cut off like that. Because them lanes them fans is not built off of stability.
They finicky, man. They finicky.
Yeah, them fans, I don't want them type of fans. Yeah. I want fans like Currency. Yeah. I want fans like Griselda. I want fans like DZA. Yeah. I don't want buzz fans. I don't want at the moment fans. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of these cats got. That's why when they lose their deal on their promotion, they fade out. They out here. Industry and all that. You know, shit like that.
No doubt. Well, look, brother, man, it's been an honor to have you on the platform, man. This has been one of my favorite interviews, man, with the producer. I've interviewed numerous producers, man, but I learned a lot of gems, man. I hope, you know, everyone who watches them, man, pick up on a lot of the gems that you dropped in this interview, man.
Thank you. I got way more too. We can do this again because I want to get this message out because it's so much money, so much ass kissing. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or back burning. You don't have to do none of that. shit.
Right. Nah, no doubt. Well, look, talk about, you know, what you got coming out, man. I know you know, like I said, you just did the last RFC project, man, which just dropped, I believe, like 2 weeks ago. That shit is ridiculous.
That shit dropped so fast, I forgot the name.
Yeah, that shit is ridiculous, man. I'm trying to think of the name of it, man, but it's crazy.
Thanks again.
Yep. Thanks again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So who else you plan on working with, man, in the near future, man? You know what I'm saying?
Well, because like you hear me saying so much about record deals and deals. Niggas got deal negotiations. The artists I'm fucking with got deal negotiations. So I don't want to say nothing because I don't know.
I feel you. I got you.
Another thing about this game, briefly, let me tell you this. The new shit about this game is now it's freelancing. So you can have a project and take it to Def Jam. You don't have to be signed with them. You could do one project with Def Jam. You could do one project with Empire. You could do one project with Sony. And it's beautiful. So let's just say an example. What I'm saying is, let's say I'm doing something with artist A, and he like, yo, I got a situation with Empire. They're gonna give me X amount. We'll give you this. But then he's sitting down with them. He like, y'all don't like how they talking, but yo, over here in Sony, they talking more. So I don't want to say who I'm doing what with yet. But what I would say is, I'm gonna probably bless the people more likely with an instrumental tape. And you know, me and them working on House 3. That's not no secret. And me and DZA got some shit dropping. I'll say that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We got some shit dropping. And any artist you can imagine, except for them niggas in them tears or Drakes and all that.
Yeah.
As yet, but anybody in reach that you see me work with. Yeah, from the East to Griselda and all that shit is canned already. Basically more of that's coming. You know what
hey man, I need that Nimlo interview, man. I gotta interview Nimlo, man. I gotta reach out to that bro. put a, if you don't mind, I appreciate if you put a bug in his ear, man.
I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, I got it. Because Nimlo cooking right now, man. I'm really proud of that brother, man. Because I remember my introduction to Nimlo was the Outsiders Project. Which you produced a lot of tracks on that.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, see, so I said, brother, if we really want to go into this cat, we gonna be here about 3 years. Hey,
shit. Everybody is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into that humble shit like, hey man, no, listen, I put in that work, right?
Hey, and I'm gonna talk about it, but if I talk about all these projects that you done put out, we gonna be here like 3 hours, man. Because I was just listening to that Outside, and I was like, damn, I was surprised of how many songs you produced. I didn't realize you produced. I was like, damn, you didn't produce the whole album.
That's why I'm like, nigga, I gotta be the highest pay. I gotta get to that. I gotta get to it. Because niggas ain't better than me. I'm being honest. Niggas is talented, but they don't have they ass kissers. And if you gotta pay the nigga who ain't ass kissing, that's my real theory. I don't doubt none of that. I don't care.
No doubt, man. Well, look. Hey, please, man, if you don't mind, one more time.
I'm gonna set it up, dog.
I'll let Nimlo, man. Shout out to Nimlo. Shout out to DZA. Shout out to the whole Outsiders, Aldo. You know what I'm saying? All those guys, man. But look, it's been an honor having you on the platform, brother. We got the legendary, man, the one and only 183rd, man. Hope to do this again, man. It's been a pleasure, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
No doubt, man.
I was out. You know
nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Well, look, brother, stay in touch, man, and keep doing what you're doing, man. We love you. You representing the culture, man, and just keep killing shit, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.